We got the new livestock home, and the plan is with these livestock is to start a new family business with them. Good morning. Got the truck and trailer ready. Been up early getting chores done. I gotta fill up the new water trough for the new animals. When we get back, they have water ready for them because it's gonna be probably a little bit of a warm ride home. It's cool out right now, but it's supposed to stop warming up, so hopefully we'll get home before it gets too hot. All loaded up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
We were supposed to do this last week, but because of the heat wave, we switched it to this week. So we're excited. We've been waiting a while for this. We're all loaded up, ready to head back to the homestead. Can't wait to show you guys. We got the new livestock home, and the plan is with these livestock is to start a new family business with them. We are excited to get them here, and this is step one of the new adventure.
Well, it's kind of step two.
Step 1B.
Yeah.
Hey girls, who wants to come first? Come here, Miss Black Beauty. So this is Black Beauty. She is 3/4 Highland cattle, 1/4 Shorthorn. Calm down, girl. You're okay. You're okay. Good girl. I'm just gonna let her go, and then I'll go get your friend. Hey, half and half. Come on out. Nope. And this one is half and half. She's half Highland and half Shorthorn cattle. And they are both beef Shorthorn, not dairy Shorthorn. It's okay, half and half. I can't take your halter off until you relax for a sec. There you go, girl.
Oh, Brutus
here smells them. Just washing my hands first, Olivia.
She's coming around, so be careful.
Okay, I gotta pull forward. You ladies want some hay?
Licking it.
Too many new things from the checkout. All the smells.
We can see their eyes.
Right. While we let the girls get settled in for a little bit, let's bring the trailer down below and park it in the new trailer parking area. I can't wait to try this out, guys. I'm so excited to have a nice place to park the trailers, because right now we're parking them in the grass, and parking your equipment in grass all the time is not good for them. So I am excited that we have the new area that's gravel to park the equipment on. I don't know if the trailer will stay in this exact spot, but it's nice to be able to use the area, to be able to use the little drive-through that we made here, come up, come in, back it right in, and then we're go ready to take off. We can just drive out, down below, and we're good to go. I have a little trailer spot over there, but I want to save that for the flatbed trailer when we get that down here. The flatbed trailer, I'm not going to bring down till here until we use it again. I know a lot of you are going to say, Al, you need a pole barn for all of your equipment. No, I do. But for now, this is a good start. We have a gravel base we're parking on. It's nice to have it here. A lot easier to get to. The other spot, like I said, it was on grass, and it was kind of a pain to back it in and out of in a tight little spot. So I am happy it is down here on gravel, which should make the longevity of the trailer last longer. So these two heifers are the start to our beef herd. They are yearlings. They just turned a year old not that long ago. We have some more things in the works with growing the beef herd, one of them being a bull. We're waiting on a couple of different results, test results to come back, so we make sure we get the right bull like we had George was. So we want to be able to have a bull that we can use for beef and for dairy. George was an A2 Highland bull. We were going to plan on using him to breed these girls and Azalea, and if she has a calf that we AI'd, we could use him in the future for the sire for that calf. But now we're trying to see if we can find another Highland bull that is A2. We want the A2 so that way we can breed it to the Jersey, and if the offspring is a girl, we can use that one in the future for milking also. But we want to get into raising beef so we can raise delicious grass-fed beef for us and to be able to sell. That is what we want to start doing. So we want to be able to start offering beef for sale. It's not going to be anytime soon right now because these two girls still need to get bred. They're a year old, so it'll be 9 months before they have any calves, and then it'll be 2 years before the calves are old enough for butcher. Right, Black Beauty? We like the Highland cattle because of their ruggedness for our climate and because they can marble their meat on grass without any grain. That's one of the biggest reasons we like the Highland cattle for beef. But a Highland cattle takes 3 years to get to butcher weight on grass. The reason we like the cross with the shorthorn cattle will grow on grass to butcher weight in 2 years instead of 3 years, and them being crossed with a Highland cattle still makes it so that they can marble their meat on grass with no grain, and the meat tastes delicious.
So good.
The hamburger, in my opinion, tastes like a ribeye steak. It is amazing. We want to be able to start raising that here on the farm and offer that for sale. So one of the other reasons to cross them with the shorthorn cattle is you can get the shorthorn cattle polled. So these girls do not have horns. And with a Highland cattle, they have horns. And we don't mind the horns, but when you go to get them processed, especially at USDA inspected plants, a lot of them won't take an animal with horns over 36 inches long. And a Highland cattle, when they're 3 years old, their horns are usually that wide. And if they are, you can't get them butchered. So it's another reason why to cross them with the short horns, because they can be naturally polled and you don't have to worry about the butcher not taking them. And if they do have horns, you're bringing them to the butcher in 2 years instead of 3. So you're not going to have a 36-inch long spread. We are excited to have these ladies on the homestead. We have more coming, just not right now. We will be looking for more.
They seem to be settling in really good. They seem a little bit skittish, but so didn't George and Miles at first. We just have to get them used to us. That's why they're over here right now. We're going to keep working with them, get them used to us, so that we can move them around to different pastures on the property.
The new pasture area we've been working on is to bring these girls and Miles to, but we want to get these girls used to us. So we want to have them in this pen for a while so we can handle them, get them to know us, and then once they're comfortable with us and nice and friendly, then we'll bring them up to the bigger pasture. But before we do that, we want to make sure that they're good with us and we're good with them. We just don't want to put them up there and have wild cows. We want to have cows that know us and that we know them, so we can handle them pretty well. Right there, half and half. You can definitely see the Highland cattle build in them, and you can also see the shorthorn in them.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Not that this really matters for beef, but I really like that they each have a little bit of white on them. So half and half is red with a little bit of like kind of speckling of white. And then Black Beauty has white on underneath and on the end of her tail. So that's pretty cool looking.
What about you, half and half?
Not sure if we mentioned it or not, but we did have these girls in the works to come to our farm before everything happened with George. So not only was George awesome and he ended up being A2 and everything, we also had plans for him with these girls and future plans with Azalea. So just heartbreaking all the way around. But we do have, we are working on a bull. We're just waiting back for some test results because we are looking for specifics for our lines. So
good morning. It is the next morning. Going to do meat birds with Brutus. I'm going to see what half and half and Black Beauty think of Brutus. I think that was Black Beauty mooing at Miles. So let's head on over there and see what they think of Brutus. Brutus, what do you think of the new cows? Half and half and Black Beauty are definitely keeping an eye on Brutus. Brutus doesn't seem bothered by him. Doesn't seem interested either, which surprises me because he loves his cows. Maybe once he gets to know them better, he'll be all more about them. We'll find out. They're definitely keeping an eye on him. What is that thing, huh, girls? That's what you're asking, aren't you? Brutus also knows he can't go near the fence. He knows electric fences and he doesn't like them. Oh, now he wants to play with them. He's getting all excited already. Black Beauty and half also don't know chickens. The farm they came from didn't have egg layers or meat birds. And they're right near the meat birds and the egg layers come down to them. So when I was moving the chicken tractors, they were paying attention and trying to figure out what I was doing. So it's kind of things that we're used to that we forget not everybody's used to. Right, Miles?
I know.
let you get used to us first. Morning, 𝑚𝑎𝑖𝑙. Before everything happened with George, we already had a deposit down on these girls. So this has been in the works for a while now. So when everything happened with George, it was unfortunate, but we had all these big plans in our heads, so it made it even more of a sting, if that makes sense to you guys. But we're excited to have these two ladies on the homestead. We have more in the works, and we can't wait to share that with you. But we're just waiting for all of some testing to come back before we can share more. So we are excited. Let us know if you like the name Black Beauty and Half and Half. Can't wait to continue watching them grow. So they are mixed with shorthorns, like I said, but there's kind of like two different kinds of shorthorn cattle. This is something that I had just learned recently. There's like the dairy ones, and then there's the beef ones. The beef ones are more built for beef, and the other ones are built more for dairy, if that makes sense. So these are the beef breed of this is the beef end of the shorthorn. So they're nice, big, and stocky, and we are excited. I noticed the other day we're missing 1, 2 hammers, and I felt like I saw our third hammer we are missing. And if we're missing hammers, we're going to be unbalanced, and that is not, well, first of all, we're going to be missing while we're mowing, but I think the worst problem is we're unbalanced when it's going around, and that's not good for the machine or the tractor. So I guess see if I'm missing another one. We need to replace those hammers today. Let's see, maybe it was just those 2. I'm not seeing another one. I thought it was 3. And that is split right there. So I might have to weld that and then grind it. I should probably do that. So let's get the TYM in the shop. We'll do a little bit of welding, some grinding, and then we'll get, so I think I got one of the hammers I found, and then I have new ones. They should be on the shelf. We can get this thing repaired and get it ready for working order again. And I did get a new set of belts to have as a backup pair. So we'll have that, we'll set those aside so we know where they are. All right, I got my 3 new BX39 belts replacements. And then over here, I keep extra hammers. So I'm gonna put 2 new hammers on. And I have one that I broke and fell off. I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not gonna put it on today. So let me get some hammers out and I'll put the belts in with those. And then, it looks like right here we have bolts and nuts. We do. All right, I bought a new set of hammers when I got the machine, the flail mower. I thought I ordered it with belts too, but I guess I didn't because I don't have them. So I would recommend if you get a mower, get extra hammers and extra set of belts. So this is one of the ones that fell off. It looks like one of my other hammers mowed it. So it's dung up, so I'm not going to reuse it, but I'm going to save it just in case I ever need it in the future. Here is another damaged hammer. So we'll have 2 damaged ones. We'll put those together and save them, because you never know. And then I'll get 2 brand new ones. 1, 2. So that's what the new hammers look like. They're in pretty good shape. I also need to fix this. I'm missing a bolt, and I put a new bolt in it the other day, and it loosened up again and fell out. So I'm gonna have to put a new one in. I don't think I got any Loctite on in here. I didn't use a lock nut. I used a lock washer, so I'll have to use a lock nut this time. If that doesn't work, I'll have to get some Loctite and Loctite it, because this thing does vibrate a good amount. All right, let's lower this down a little bit. I'd say that's low enough. Don't look, Brutus, don't look. That's all it took. I like it. Well, I like it when it's an easy fix like that. Right, Brutus? You agree? I do too. It keeps it easy. All right, while we let that cool down, let's get this new bolt in. I do have a lock nut this time. That should hopefully do it. Actually going to get a washer for that one. Need one of these. Having all the different assortments of nuts and bolts and all the little things they have over there from boltsandnuts.com has proved to be invaluable so far. Oh, I like it. There's usually always a couple of little grease fittings underneath that I always forget to get. So I want to get under here and get them. There's one for the shift linkage, and then there's one for your throttle pedal. And if you don't get them, your pedals could get stuck, and that is not fun. There we go. All right, I lied. There's 5 under here. There's one on the driver's side right here. Same thing on the passenger side right there. And then back here, right here, you got your hydraulic filter. And then just to the left of it, you got 1, 2, 3. For a total of 5, that'll help make everything shift better. I'm gonna get out from under here now because it's not very comfortable. She's a snorer. They all are. We use this thing the most out of all of our equipment here on the homestead. And it's dirty. It got real dirty from mud season. So we need to give this thing a good clean out on the inside first, and then we gotta give it a good bath. Not sure if we're gonna have time for a bath or not, but it becomes a collect-all with everything. It seems like every time we're doing a different project, something else gets thrown in here. We have halters, respirator. I don't know what project I was doing that I had my respirator in here for. Chicken watering nipples. We got a bunch of ear protection, fence testers, tools for building fence, our chainsaw. So I need to go through this thing, pick up everything, organize it, and give it a good dusting, because when it's just been dusty out, it's just been getting pretty bad in here. Yeah. It's one of those things that needs to get done and you always put it off. We got T-posts, we got buckets, we got shovels, we got pry bars, we got straps, we got soap. We have brushes. I'm gonna say a side-by-side is one of the most versatile tools on the homestead. I really like it over a truck because it's lighter, so it does less damage when driving it around. If you're driving on your pastures, it's a lot better on the pastures. It's four-wheel drive. It can sit more people than a four-wheeler, so I don't know. I just find having a side-by-side is very convenient. It took us a while before we got one, and now that we have one, I'm sure we could go without it, but we would not like having to go without it. So yeah, we need to take care of this one. We even have some beef minerals. Just everything winds up in here. So I'm gonna start pulling stuff out, and then I gotta wash this thing down. Even Brutus likes riding in the side-by-side. Huh. All right, so bug spray. 2 fence testers. Does this one work? Yes, that one works. We got 2 air protectors. It's dirty in here, Brutus. It's dirty. So I want to know who else uses Mary-Made to clean their cars. I grew up, or Spray Away. He used to say Mary-Made on it. Now it just says Spray Away. Who else grew up using Spray Away on there to clean their vehicles in glass? I grew up in a body shop, and I always had to clean the cars before they went back to the customer. And this is what I used. I just like the smell of it. It brings back memories. Well, I guess that's as far as we're getting today. I don't have any more glass cleaner. I'll have to pick some up. I think I needed one of those detailing brush kits. I got the first layer of dust off. I didn't get the side-by-side as clean as I wanted to. I've made a good effort at it. It's pretty clean, just not as good as I was hoping. But we're gonna collect some eggs, and then I gotta run out to a meeting. It's been a while since we've done any egg counts. So how many eggs do you think we're gonna get today? Leave it in the comments down below. I don't know either. We're gonna find out together. None. 1. None. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12. All right, so 12 eggs. I'll take that. I want to know, if you know, why is there some nest boxes they don't lay in, and then other ones they lay a ton in? I just don't get that. But this is where we're gonna end this video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. We are excited to be starting this new family business, and we can't wait. We're gonna be keeping our eyes out for other steers. One of the big things we wanna do is we wanna raise grass-fed beef that is nutritious and delicious. So we'll be keeping our eyes out for the right breed and such. But we're also gonna be bringing pork to market. So we have our 2 feeders, and then the breeders, when they get bred, the goal is to keep all of the piglets next year, and then we can raise them up for 8 months to 10 months, depending on how long it takes them to get the full size. And then we can bring them to the USDA inspected butcher and start getting all the cuts of meat made for you guys. I am excited about that because we raise this food so we can eat good, because it matters to us in our health. And we know if we're not eating good, nutritious, delicious food. So we want to be able to bring that to market to you guys too, because there's some people who can't raise their own food. So we want everybody able to have some of this amazing food. So that's the whole purpose behind this. So we're excited. If you're excited, let us know. Leave it in the comments down below. This is where we're going to end the video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us and our homestead. If you like this new adventure, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.